There's nothing quite like the taste of fresh, homegrown tomatoes. Whether you enjoy them sliced in a salad, cooked into sauces, tomatoes are one of the most rewarding crops you can grow in your garden. But tomatoes can be a little trickier than other plants, and they are considered heavy feeders, which means they require proper soil preparation, regular feeding, pruning, and careful watering to reach their full potential. The good news is that if you follow the right steps from the very beginning until harvest, you can enjoy an abundance of juicy, organic tomatoes from your own backyard. The following stages will guide you step by step through the entire process. First stage, preparing the soil and planting. The journey to a successful tomato crop begins in the soil. A strong, nutrient-rich foundation is what makes the difference between a weak plant and one that thrives all season. Start by loosening the soil deeply and mixing in a generous layer of vermicompost or well-rotted compost. Vermicompost is particularly powerful because it is made from worm castings that are packed with essential nutrients and beneficial microbes. These microbes help tomato roots absorb food and water more efficiently, while the compost itself improves soil structure, allowing it to hold moisture without becoming waterlogged. Once the soil is enriched, dig planting holes about 10 to 12 inches apart, giving each plant enough room to grow. Before placing the seedlings, sprinkle a couple of tablespoons of fish meal or another slow-release organic fertilizer into each hole. This ensures a steady supply of nitrogen and phosphorus, both of which are crucial for strong roots and steady growth. When planting, remove the lower leaves of the seedlings and bury them deeply, at least halfway into the soil. Tomatoes can grow roots along their buried stems, and this extra rooting system makes them stronger and better able to take up water and nutrients. Once the seedlings are placed, gently firm the soil around them and water thoroughly to help them settle into their new home. Growing stage, feeding the plants with natural fertilizers. Tomatoes demand a lot of food, and if they don't get the nutrients they need, their growth slows down and fruit production suffers. While commercial fertilizers are available, homemade organic fertilizers are often just as effective and much healthier for both plants and soil. There are many natural options you can use throughout the growing season. One of the best is a simple tomato leaf and worm casting tea. About 2 weeks after planting, collect the lower leaves and suckers that you removed during pruning. Chop them into small pieces. And combine them with worm castings in a bucket of non-chlorinated water. Leave the mixture to ferment for 10 to 14 days, stirring occasionally. And then dilute it before applying to your plants. This liquid feed provides nitrogen for lush green growth, phosphorus for strong roots, and potassium for healthy fruiting. Banana peels are another excellent natural fertilizer. They are rich in potassium, magnesium, and calcium, all of which help plants bloom and fruit abundantly. You can chop the peels and bury them directly into the soil, or soak them in water for a few days to make a banana peel tea that can be poured around the plants. Similarly, vegetable peelings from your kitchen can be turned into a quick fertilizer tea or added to compost for long-term soil enrichment. Even onion skins, which many people throw away, are packed with potassium and calcium. By soaking them in water for a week, and then straining, you can create a powerful liquid fertilizer that strengthens tomato plants against disease. Nothing should go to waste when it comes to tomato care. The water left over from boiling vegetables, pasta, or rice is also infused with nutrients and can be cooled and used to water your plants, provided it has no added salt. For magnesium, which tomatoes particularly love, you can use Epsom salt. Dissolve a tablespoon in a gallon of water and apply once a month, or use it as a foliar spray to give your plants a direct boost. With all of these natural options, you can keep your tomato plants well fed throughout the season without resorting to chemicals. Care stage: pruning and training. Feeding your tomatoes is only part of the story. Pruning and training are equally important. Without proper care, tomato plants can become bushy, overcrowded, and prone to disease. The first thing to understand is the difference between determinate and indeterminate varieties. Determinate tomatoes grow to a set size, produce their fruits all at once, and then stop growing. These need very little pruning. Simply remove the bottom leaves that touch the soil to reduce the risk of fungal infection. Indeterminate tomatoes, on the other hand, continue to grow and produce fruit all season long. They require more regular attention. Begin by removing the lower leaves, especially those that could touch the soil and carry disease. Then focus on the suckers, small shoots that appear between the main stem and side branches. If left, these suckers will turn into extra stems, making the plant overcrowded and reducing airflow. Too many stems mean the plant wastes its energy on unnecessary growth, rather than focusing on producing large, healthy fruits. By keeping only 2 to 3 strong main stems and removing the rest, you create a plant that is tall, well-aired, and exposed to enough sunlight to ripen fruits evenly. Supporting the plants with stakes, cages, or trellises ensures that the stems and fruits remain off the ground, safe from rotting and pests. Vital stage: watering the right way. Tomatoes love consistent moisture, but they dislike sitting in soggy soil. Irregular watering can cause problems like blossom end rot or fruit cracking. The best practice is to water deeply and regularly, allowing the top layer of soil to dry slightly between watering sessions. Always water at the base of the plant rather than on the leaves, as wet foliage encourages fungal disease. Adding a layer of mulch, such as straw, dried leaves, or grass clippings, helps conserve moisture, suppress weeds, and keep the soil temperature steady. Reward stage: flowering, fruiting, and full bloom. When your plants are well fed, properly pruned, and consistently watered, they will reward you with an abundance of flowers that soon develop into fruits. Continue feeding every 2 to 3 weeks with your homemade teas and natural fertilizers, making sure the plants receive 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Keep removing any diseased or yellowing leaves to ensure the plant directs its energy toward fruiting. Final stage: harvesting and my garden tour. When all of these steps come together, the result is a plant that is strong, healthy, and productive, yielding baskets of juicy, homegrown tomatoes. Once you experience the taste of your own organic harvest, you will understand why so many gardeners consider tomatoes the crown jewel of the vegetable garden. To end this journey, I'd love to take you on a quick tour of my garden where all of these methods have come to life. You'll see my tomato plants in full bloom, heavy with clusters of ripe fruit, and I'll be harvesting them right in front of you. It's the most satisfying part of the journey, walking among the plants, filling baskets with fresh, juicy tomatoes, and knowing that every step of care has led to this moment. If you liked the video, like, share it, and subscribe my channel for more videos.